Most people think they know every little feature of their phones, chargers, and SIM cards. But the truth is, there's one hidden trick that almost nobody is using. And once you discover it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. This is something so simple, so unbelievably useful, that it can work in every single home, yet billions of people have no idea it even exists. Picture this. You're at home, your phone battery is draining faster than you can charge it, and on top of that, your network signal keeps dropping at the worst moments. You try moving around the house to get a better signal, plugging your charger in different outlets, maybe even switching chargers entirely, but nothing seems to fix the problem. Now imagine if I told you there's a hidden connection between your SIM card and the way your charger works that could completely change your charging speed and even improve your phone's performance. Sounds crazy? Let's dive in. Inside every modern charger and smartphone is a tiny, often overlooked piece of technology, a power and data communication system that works with your SIM card in ways you've probably never noticed. Most people think a charger's only job is to push electricity into your battery. But the reality is, your charger and your phone are constantly talking to each other in the background. They exchange data to decide how much power is safe to deliver, how fast to charge, and even when to slow down to protect your battery life. Here's the twist: your SIM card is not just a tiny plastic chip that connects you to your mobile network. It can also influence how your phone's internal systems manage power, especially when you're using mobile data. That means the way your SIM is set up and the way your charger communicates with your phone can actually work together or against each other. And when they're out of sync, you get slow charging, poor battery life, and sometimes even overheating. But here's the magic trick. By knowing how to reset and align your SIM card's network handshake with your phone's power management, you can literally unlock faster charging speeds and a smoother phone experience without buying anything new. All it takes is a simple sequence most people have never heard of. Step 1. Turn off your phone completely, remove your SIM card, and plug in your charger without the SIM inside. Let your phone start charging for at least 10 minutes in this state. This clears out any background processes that your SIM might be running, especially those related to network searches that can drain your battery while charging. Step 2. While it's still plugged in, insert the SIM card back into the slot, then power on the phone. What happens next is subtle but powerful. Your phone re-establishes its connection to the network from a fresh boot state, without the clutter of previous background data tasks that might slow it down. You now have both the charger and the SIM in perfect sync with the phone's power cycle. The result? In many cases, you'll notice charging speeds jump noticeably, your phone heats up less, and your mobile signal stabilizes faster after each restart. It's like giving your phone a clean slate for both power and data connections. This trick is especially helpful if you live in areas with weak network coverage, because when your phone constantly hunts for a signal, it drains battery faster and slows charging. By resetting the SIM handshake while plugged in, you reduce that background search load, letting more of the charging power actually go to your battery. And here's the best part: you don't need special tools, apps, or expensive gadgets. Just your phone, your regular charger, and a bit of know-how. You can do this once every couple of weeks to keep your phone running like new, or before any long trip where you'll need maximum battery life. It's one of those rare tech secrets that costs nothing, takes only a minute, and works for almost every smartphone out there. Yet billions of people never try it. The next time your battery feels like it's draining too fast or your charger seems slow, remember, sometimes the magic is already in your pocket, hidden in the connection between your charger and your SIM card. You just have to know how to unlock it. And now you do. Now, you might be thinking, if this is so effective, why doesn't anyone talk about it? The truth is, phone companies and charger manufacturers rarely highlight these small optimizations. They'd rather sell you fast charging accessories, battery packs, or even push you toward upgrading your phone altogether. After all, if everyone knew these simple tricks, we'd rely a lot less on buying new gadgets. But here's something even more interesting: this SIM and charger reset doesn't just improve charging speeds. For some people, it's been the hidden fix for strange phone problems they've had for months. Ever noticed your phone randomly losing network for a few seconds, apps loading slower than they should, or battery percentages dropping in big chunks instead of gradually? Many of these issues are caused by messy background processes that build up over time between your phone's operating system, your SIM, and your charger's power delivery system. When you perform this simple reset, it's like telling your phone, "Hey, let's start over and do this the clean way." You're removing invisible traffic jams inside your device's system. And here's where the magic really kicks in for people using dual SIM phones. Doing this process can actually reduce the battery drain caused by having two active network connections at once. That means better standby time, even without touching your phone all day. Let me share a quick real-world example. A friend of mine was always complaining that her phone took forever to charge, even with a fast charger. I told her to try this SIM out reset method. The next day she texted me saying, "It's like I bought a new charger, my phone went from 15% to 80% in less than an hour, and it didn't even get hot." She's been doing it every 2 weeks ever since, and her battery health percentage has stayed almost the same for over a year. And here's a little bonus tip that takes this to the next level while your phone is in that SIM-free charging mode. Switch it to airplane mode or even power-saving mode before putting the SIM back in. This makes the restart process even cleaner and prevents unnecessary apps from starting up until after your network reconnects. It's like giving your phone a fresh morning stretch before it gets to work. What's really shocking is how many people spend hundreds of dollars on new chargers, bigger batteries, or even replacement phones, when the real fix could be something they can do in under 2 minutes, for free, right now. So, if you're watching this, you now know a secret that billions of people don't. The question is, will you try it today, or will you forget and keep dealing with slow charging, weak signals, and drained batteries? Your phone is one of the most powerful tools you own, but sometimes, it's the smallest, simplest adjustments that make the biggest difference. And once you try this, you might never go back. Here's where things get even more fascinating. This little SIM and charger magic isn't just about charging faster. It's about controlling what your phone is doing in the background while it's plugged in. Most people don't realize that when you charge your phone with the SIM card still active, your device is juggling two very different jobs at the same time, powering up the battery and maintaining constant communication with the network. Every single second, your phone is sending and receiving little bursts of data, checking for messages, refreshing apps, syncing accounts, and even running hidden updates you never asked for. That constant network handshake is like trying to fill a glass with water while also punching holes in the bottom. Sure, some power gets stored in the battery, but a surprising amount is being drained in real time. And the crazier part? Your phone doesn't slow down this data activity just because it's charging. In fact, it sometimes increases it because the system thinks, well, I'm plugged in, so I have unlimited energy to work with. By pulling out the SIM before charging, you're forcing your phone into a rare state: no incoming or outgoing network activity. The charger's power is no longer fighting with the network drain, and suddenly, your battery charges in a pure, uninterrupted flow. It's like switching from trying to row a boat against a strong current to rowing in calm, still water. Now, let's talk about why this is even more powerful in certain homes. In areas where the mobile signal is weak, your phone works harder to maintain a stable connection. That extra effort uses up far more battery than you think. If you live in a house where you often see 1 or 2 bars, your phone's modem chip is running almost constantly, searching for a better signal. That means even when plugged in, it's still working against you. The SIM removal trick shuts that down instantly while you charge, giving your battery a complete, uninterrupted refill. And it's not just about the battery percentage. This can actually improve the long-term health of your battery. See, lithium-ion batteries hate heat, and one of the biggest heat sources during charging is the network chip working overtime. When you remove the SIM, you remove that source of heat, keeping your battery cooler and healthier for longer. People who use this method regularly have reported that their batteries degrade far slower over time compared to those who don't. Some tech repair experts even use this trick before running diagnostics or battery calibration tests. Why? Because it gives them a clean, stable power environment to work with. It's a little behind-the-scenes secret that never makes it into the official manuals, but those in the know swear by it. And here's a bonus twist: if you combine this method with using a quality cable that supports fast charging and a wall socket instead of a USB port on a computer, you're stacking the odds in your favor. You're giving your phone not just clean power, but also the maximum amount it can safely handle, without the invisible drain of the SIM card fighting you in the background. The best part is, you don't need to be a tech expert to do this. No tools, no apps, no complicated menus. Just your charger, your phone, and the courage to try something most people have never even heard about. Here's the part most people will never hear from a phone brand or a tech store. Slow charging isn't always about your charger being too weak or your battery being too old. In fact, it's often about your phone's internal software juggling priorities, and you're not in control of that by default. Think about it. When was the last time your phone actually rested? Every single moment, it's awake in some way, checking emails, scanning for app updates, syncing photos to the cloud, refreshing social media feeds you haven't even opened yet. And here's the wild part: some of this activity is directly tied to your SIM card's connection. That means even when your screen is off and you're just trying to charge, your phone is still busy working for the network. Phone companies know this. They also know that if your battery feels like it's always running low, you're more likely to buy a new fast charger, a new battery pack, or even an entirely new phone. It's a cycle that keeps the industry moving. Why would they tell you a 2-minute trick that could solve the problem for free? Now, imagine you start using the SIM and charger reset regularly. Over weeks, you'd start noticing patterns. Your battery lasts longer, your phone feels faster, and you don't get that annoying 10% warning halfway through the day. It's subtle at first, but it adds up. For heavy users, this can mean hours of extra battery life every single week, all without changing your habits or buying anything extra. There's also a hidden security benefit here. When you remove your SIM during charging, your phone is disconnected from the network. That means it's not silently sending location pings, app activity logs, or syncing sensitive data while you're away from it. For people who care about privacy, this is a tiny, low-effort way to limit unnecessary background tracking. But the real kicker is when you combine this with strategic charging times. For example, charging your phone to around 80% instead of always pushing it to 100% can extend battery health dramatically. Doing that with the SIM out trick is like giving your phone a spa day, cool, calm, and completely stress-free. And yes, you can take it even further. Some enthusiasts will actually power down their phones entirely, plug them in, and charge to their desired level before reactivating the SIM. It's the ultimate clean charge, no background drain, no heat, just pure energy storage. I've seen people revive phones that were nearly unusable simply by adopting this method. They went from being glued to chargers all day to comfortably lasting until bedtime. And here's the crazy part, it's not new technology. It's been possible for over a decade, we just weren't told. The truth is, the charger and SIM card work like two sides of a silent tug-of-war inside your phone. Most people never think about them as connected, but once you see the link, you can't unsee it. Every time you charge without removing the SIM, you're letting that tug-of-war waste precious power. Every time you remove it, you're telling your phone, no distractions, just focus on charging. And once you try it, you'll feel the difference. Not just in speed, but in how your phone behaves afterward. A few months ago, I got a message from someone who had seen me mention this trick in a tech discussion forum. She said her phone was so bad, it felt like it was allergic to charging. She'd plug it in overnight, wake up in the morning, and it would only be at 60%, sometimes even less than when she went to bed, because the heat from charging caused it to drain while plugged in. She had already bought 3 new chargers, replaced the charging cable twice, and even paid a repair shop to clean her charging port. Nothing worked. I told her, just try this once. Pull your SIM, plug in your charger, and wait 10 minutes before putting it back. She laughed, said it sounded ridiculous, but decided to do it anyway because she was desperate. The next morning, she sent me a photo, her phone at 100%, no heat, no sudden drops, and she said it charged faster than she had ever seen. Even more surprising, her network signal after restarting felt stronger, with fewer random disconnects. She started doing it every Sunday night, calling it her phone's reset day. That's when it hit me: most people think charging problems are purely about the battery or the charger. They don't realize the SIM card is like a hidden roommate in their phone, constantly tapping into the power supply without asking permission. And when you finally tell that roommate to take a break, your whole phone feels lighter, faster, and more efficient. What's even crazier is that this trick works across almost all smartphones: Android, iPhone, budget devices, flagship models. The principle is the same: remove the network activity, free the charger's energy to go only into the battery, and give the phone a chance to start fresh. Some tech repair experts I know even do this before replacing batteries, just to make sure the problem isn't software and network load before recommending a costly replacement. You'd be shocked how many dead batteries turn out to be perfectly fine once this method is used. And if you think this is just about charging faster, you're missing the bigger picture. It's about giving your device a chance to reset its relationship between the battery, the power delivery system, and the network. Once they're all in sync again, your phone simply works better. Apps open quicker. Heat levels drop. Even the standby time, how long your phone lasts doing nothing, improves noticeably. The truth is, we've all been taught to see chargers as one thing, SIM cards as another, and battery life as a third, separate problem. But inside your phone, they're all connected, and now you know how to take control of that connection. And the best part? Once you start using this trick, you'll never go back. Every time you charge without removing your SIM, you'll remember that slow, wasteful tug-of-war. Every time you remove it, you'll feel like you're in on a secret that the rest of the world still doesn't know. Now imagine this: you're in a crowded cafe, airport, or train station. People are huddled around outlets, desperately charging their phones, staring at the clock, wishing the battery would climb faster. You pull out your phone, casually pop out the SIM, plug in your charger, and sit back. While everyone else's battery crawls up 1% at a time, yours is racing ahead, cooler, faster, smoother. You don't say a word, but inside, you know the secret. That's the moment it hits you: you're playing a completely different game than everyone else. You're not fighting your network chip for power. You're not letting your battery bake under heat. You've taken control in a way they can't even imagine. And here's where this becomes more than just a trick, it's a habit. The same way people plug in their laptops before work or refill their water bottles before a workout, you'll start doing this before important days. Big trip coming up? SIM out, clean charge. Important meeting tomorrow? SIM out, clean charge. Long day of travel? SIM out, clean charge. You're stacking the deck in your favor every single time. But here's the real power move: combine this with a short, controlled top-up during the day. Let's say you're at 40% in the afternoon. You pull your SIM, plug in for 15 minutes, and in that short time, you jump to 70% without generating much heat. That's enough to comfortably finish your day, and your battery life stays healthier because you didn't force it to 100% while hot. It's the kind of energy management that tech geeks have been doing for years, quietly keeping their devices in peak condition while everyone else complains about planned obsolescence. The industry will never promote this because it's too simple, too cheap, and too effective. Think about it: if billions of people learned to keep their batteries running strong for years instead of months, sales of chargers, power banks, and even new phones would take a hit. That's why this trick isn't in your manual, why you've never heard it from a customer service rep, and why it feels almost like you've stumbled on a cheat code for your phone. And here's the final twist: this doesn't just help now. Over time, you're training your battery to run cooler and charge under less strain. That means your phone will keep that new battery feel long after everyone else's starts dying halfway through the day. You'll notice the difference a year from now, 2 years from now, when your phone still charges fast and holds power like it did when you bought it. Once you feel that, there's no going back. You'll realize this wasn't just a trick, it was a shift in the way you understand your phone, your power, and your control over both. Now that you know the SIM out trick, let's layer it with other tiny adjustments that work together like a power boost combo. These aren't just random tips, they're designed to make your charging even faster, your battery last longer, and your phone stay cooler. First, think about your charging environment. Heat is the silent killer of battery health. If you're charging in a hot room, under direct sunlight, or with your phone sitting on a bed or pillow, you're trapping heat around it. Heat slows charging and permanently damages battery cells. Instead, charge on a hard, cool surface like a table or countertop and keep your phone out of direct light. Pair that with the SIM out method, and you're eliminating two of the biggest enemies of efficient charging at the same time: network drain and excess heat. Second, use charging windows instead of long, overnight charging. Your phone doesn't need to sit plugged in for 8 hours, it only takes a fraction of that time to fill up, especially if you're giving it a clean, undistracted charge. Try charging between 20% and 80% during the day, and only go higher when you need it. Batteries last significantly longer when they're not kept at 100% all the time. Third, pay attention to your cable and charger quality. Many people think a charger is a charger, but low-quality cables often can't carry enough current to take advantage of your phone's fast charging capabilities. Even a great wall adapter won't help if your cable is limiting the flow. Use a certified, thick-gauge cable, and you'll notice a difference instantly. And when you combine that with the SIM out method, you're removing both speed limiters at once. Fourth, toggle battery saver or low power mode while charging without the SIM. This cuts down background processes even further, letting more of the incoming power go straight into your battery instead of being eaten up by apps, location services, and push notifications. Fifth, for ultimate results, charge in airplane mode with the SIM out. This turns your phone into a pure charging device with almost no background activity. The difference in speed can be dramatic and the temperature stays much cooler. Sixth, consider timing your charges right after you've closed all heavy apps. Many people plug in right after watching videos, playing games, or running GPS navigation, which leaves the phone's processor hot and draining power. Give it a minute to cool down before charging, and your battery will thank you. Seventh, reboot your phone at least once a week after doing a SIM out charge. This clears lingering processes and keeps your system running fresh. Over time, this can prevent random slowdowns and even extend the lifespan of your operating system before it starts feeling sluggish. What's amazing is that all of these things, the SIM removal, the cool surface, the optimal charge window, the good cable, the airplane mode, they are all small on their own. But stack them together, and you've basically unlocked Pro mode for your phone's charging. You're doing what tech engineers and hardcore gadget users do quietly in the background, while everyone else blames their phone for problems that are actually just bad habits. And here's the best part. Once you start, you'll notice results immediately, but the real reward comes months down the line. While other people are replacing their batteries, complaining about their phones, or carrying around bulky power banks, you'll still have a fast, healthy device that lasts all day without stress. It's like having a secret weapon, one you can use every single day without spending a dime. And the more you use it, the bigger the advantage you gain. So here's the truth: most people will keep struggling with slow charging, weak battery life, and overheating because they've never been told this. They'll keep buying new chargers, new cables, and even new phones, not realizing the real fix was right there in their hands the whole time. But now, you know the secret. You understand how your SIM card and charger silently affect each other, and you know how to take control. This isn't just about charging your phone faster. It's about charging it smarter, keeping it cooler, and making it last longer for months and even years to come. It's about breaking free from the idea that your phone's battery is doomed to get worse every day. And the best part? You didn't have to spend a single extra penny to do it. The next time you plug in your phone, remember this moment. Remember that you have a trick that billions of people don't. And when your phone powers up faster, runs cooler, and stays alive longer, you'll know it's because you took charge literally. If this helped you, share it. Let more people discover the magic hiding in their own pockets. Because the more we know, the less we waste, and that's a win for all of us. And there you have it, the SIM and charger magic that billions still don't know. Try it once, and you'll feel the difference instantly. If this blew your mind, hit like, drop a comment, and share it with someone who's always complaining about their phone battery. You just unlocked a secret most people will never hear. Now pass it on.